Donald Trump defies judge, addresses civil fraud trial. Barred from giving a formal closing argument, Donald Trump still seized an opportunity to speak in court at the conclusion of his New York civil fraud trial Thursday, unleashing a barrage of attacks in a 6-minute diatribe before being cut off by the judge. Trump spoke as the judge was trying to find out if the former president would follow rules requiring him to keep his remarks focused on matters related to the trial. Asked whether he would comply with the guidelines, Trump defied the judge and simply launched into his speech. "We have a situation where I am an innocent man," Trump protested. "I'm being persecuted by someone running for office, and I think you have to go outside the bounds." Judge Arthur Engoron, who earlier denied Trump's extraordinary request to give his own closing statement, let him continue almost uninterrupted for what amounted to a brief personal summation, then cut him off for a scheduled lunch break. Trump's in-court remarks ensured a tumultuous final day for a trial over allegations that he habitually exaggerated his wealth on financial statements he provided to banks, insurance companies, and others. Adding to the day's tension, the exchange took place hours after authorities responded to a bomb threat at the judge's house in New York City's suburbs. Trump, the leading contender for the Republican presidential nomination, has disparaged Engoron throughout the trial, accusing him in a social media post Wednesday night of working closely with the New York Attorney General to screw me. On Wednesday, Engoron had nixed an unusual plan by Trump to deliver his own closing remarks in the courtroom, in addition to summations from his legal team. The sticking point was that Trump's lawyers would not agree to the judge's demand that he stick to relevant matters and not try to introduce new evidence or make a campaign speech. After two of Trump's lawyers had delivered traditional closing arguments Thursday, one of them, Christopher Kise, asked the judge again whether Trump could speak. Engoron asked Trump whether he would abide by the guidelines. "This is a fraud on me." "What's happened here, sir, is a fraud on me," Trump said. He later accused the judge of not listening to him. "I know this is boring to you." "Control your client," Engoron warned Kise. Engoron then told Trump he had a minute left, let him speak a little more, and then adjourned. In their closing remarks Thursday afternoon, lawyers representing New York State said that Trump and his attorneys had relied on false statements and irrelevant expert testimony to make their case. "What we have not heard from defendants are any new facts," state lawyer Kevin Wallace said in his summation, arguing that Trump's financial statements were false and each defendant was acting knowingly and intentionally to inflate the numbers. Trump echoed the bulk of his courtroom speech at a news conference later Thursday that served as counter-programming to the state's closing argument. Trump peppered his remarks at a lower Manhattan office building he owns and could lose control of as a result of the trial with barbs about President Joe Biden, rape accuser E. Jean Carroll, and other adversaries. The day began with police on Long Island checking out the threat at Engoron's Long Island home. At 5:30 a.m., Nassau County Police said they responded to a swatting incident at the house in Great Neck. Taking the bench a few minutes late, Engoron made no mention of the incident. The false report came days after a fake emergency call reporting a shooting at the home of the judge in Trump's Washington, D.C. criminal case. The incidents are among a recent spate of similar false reports at the homes of public officials.